What's up?
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to this inaugural episode of Conversations That Matter with your boy Steve, real name, no gimmicks. Always grateful to have anyone show up at all. So I appreciate you for being here tonight. On this episode, I got two of my favorite people in the world up here on the panel with me. I got my brother, Rogue Planet, aka the Fat Mantis, host and owner of that name. So don't try to steal it. He owns it. He copyrighted it. It's his. I checked it out. I tried to steal it once. A bunch of legal shit happened.
He wasn't fat enough. He wasn't fat enough to hang on to that title. But thank you for having me, brother.
Of course, man. And then we have the host of Pillow Talk on the deck. It's the Princess Bex. How are you doing with the baby picture, no less?
Yeah, baby Princess Bex. Hello. Hi, Mantis.
Hey, how's it going, Max? It's been a while since we've been on stream together.
I know. I'm just here to look pretty. Don't mind me.
Well, you got to put your camera on to do that, right?
No, I'm not doing that. This is what you will be seeing for the rest of the night.
No, and I'm embarrassed right now. I got clothes on my bed. I got a vacuum.
Okay, Mantis, and that's great for you. Like we love that for you, but that's not going to fly over here for me. So you're going to get Princess Baby Bex.
Okay, Princess Baby Bex. Well, you are a horrible child.
Has some type of brand she needs to protect. Some type.
You're absolutely right.
I don't understand it. I show up in places. I'm just, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to
go. But Bex, is your brand not like a sex therapist?
Who the fuck told you that, Mantis? Like, who said that?
That's what I get the impression your show is. It's like Love Lines, only more raunchy.
Ooh,
Pillow Talk. How you can tell Mantis has never been to Pillow Talk. Clearly.
No, I think he surmised it pretty well. We get pretty raunchy on the show. It starts off very scientific, and then later on, I'm just like, man, screw that. Let's get into it.
We don't get that raunchy.
At any rate, make sure you check out these amazing content creators. We got the voice of the Fat Mantis, aka the Fat Mantis himself, here on YouTube and Twitch at the voice of the Fat Mantis, and the young lady at the bottom there is the Princess Bex, host of Pillow Talk Thursday nights on Spoon at 10 p.m. Eastern. You can also catch Rogue Planet Wednesday nights at 9 p.m., alternating sometimes at 8 p.m. on Wednesdays on Twitch and Spoon. That's the Fat Mantis. And I, of course, am Steve, owner and operator of the Hold Up TV. Gang, so happy to be back. Thank you both for coming here.
Thank you. Yo, and people out there, remember to drop those likes.
Yes, please drop a like. Shout out to Shell and Iceboxer, Fight Juice Online, and the Mighty Tim, host of Stretch and Chill on Spoon.
Oh, Tim, what up? Holla at your boy.
So it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've been on my own channel to do anything, had some hiccups.
I think a lot of people have had hiccups, right?
Yeah, had to step back for a second, reevaluate, make sure this was something I wanted to continue doing. Last episode, we obviously had the legend himself, Mike G of the Jungle Brothers in, and we gotta go through some stuff right now.
Really warming up the audience for me.
So let me get into this, right? You guys know that we're talking in the background of collaborating, doing something with yourself, Bex, and me. And this is my way of forcing the issue, right? I want to force the issue.
Yeah, I really do feel forced.
Do you feel forced?
Tonight I did.
Yeah, she was going through some emotions and stuff.
You didn't want to stream with Mantis? Okay, whatever.
No. It's not you, Mantis.
It's not you, it's me. Well, how could I not be on this show? This is straight up the whole not only the Hold Up TV as a channel is like a pillar of our streaming community, but I have to say Conversations That Matter is just one of those shows that like you don't ever turn down an opportunity to be on it.
My man, thank you so much, Mantis. That was the best rollout I ever got.
That was beautiful.
The check is in the mail. I appreciate that.
Keep it real.
So the show that we're talking about doing together is obviously going to be on some blurred stuff. If you don't know what that is, that's B substituted for, BL substituted for nerd, where it's black people are nerds talking about blurred stuff. It's very divisive. It's divisive. All nerds are welcome. But I just wanted to get two of my favorite people up here so we can go through some current events. So obviously there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. Earthquakes, governments are being toppled left and right, but we're not here for any of that. We're here for the foolishness. But before we get into the foolishness, a legend passed away recently. One of the members of De La Soul, Trugoy the Dove. Are you guys up to speed? Do you know who Trugoy is? And were you saddened by his passing?
I'm sorry. I didn't really know who he was until after he died, and I did my research.
That's your problem.
Yeah, my apologies for my ignorance.
Well, this is gonna sound so well. For starters, he's a fellow Haitian American,
right?
Of course, I love him. De La Soul in general, growing up, was amazing. What's crazy is I didn't know they were from Long Island.
Yeah,
I knew they were from New York. I didn't know Long Island. I don't know if I would have listened to them back in the day if I knew that.
Yeah, nothing good's come out of Long Island except for De La Soul and a few other things. Right? But he passed, man. It's I realized something, right? The mortality of how short life is. Trugoy was one of those guys that I looked up to as a lyricist, as an MC. His passing hit me very, very heavily. But as a conceited person, it made me start thinking, I'm 41 years old, Mantis. I'm going to be 42 in May. How much more time do I have on this earth?
Don't ever ask that. I probably won't like the answer.
Well, I would like to know. If I found out it was coming to an end next week, my kill list executed.
That's the thing. Honestly, be real with me right now. If you literally like, God, how much longer do I have on this earth? And God sent an angel down, and the angel said, don't be afraid, Steve. You have 1 week. Do you think you'd want to know that?
Yes.
And if you did find out that you had 1 week, like the kill list would be the thing that you're worried about? Like that's what you're working on?
Well, it's not just the kill list, right? But I've made a solemn promise. There are people on this earth, you know who you are. If I'm not here to stop these people, Bex,
right?
Like I got to make sure they exit with me. Stage left. They can't stay if I'm gone because y'all don't want them roaming around the earth.
Why don't you like
my man life? I have to agree with them.
Okay, but you have sons. Like, be epic and leave it to your sons so they can like avenge you on like some Star Wars type shit or something.
I don't want to. I appreciate your anime approach to this, Bex. But I don't want to burden my sons with these bums, right? I'll take them with me. I'll let my sons build their own kill list, right? But I'll always
they have got their own problems. They can't be dealing with old beef, right?
Okay.
So, what are we talking about tonight?
Wait, before you go any further, I do want to say this. What is up? Is it my imagination, or is it just black men who die so damn young? Like Kevin Samuels. I feel like every time I'm looking around in the news, it's a black entertainer or someone who's a big deal, and their age is like in their 40s or the 50s. Like this guy, how old was he? He was in his 50s.
He was in his 50s. I think late 40s or early 50s. Yeah.
That's crazy young. And I'm like, what is going on with that?
I'm gonna sip my black girl tea.
Bex likes to make the distinction, like we're all not interconnected. But here's the thing, right? I really do believe, man, that we need to be. I think we're making a better movement as a people to be more health conscious. Obviously, we got the Black consciousness movement teaching us about how cauliflower is not real and it's dangerous and all that type of stuff. But we need to make a better movement on taking care of ourselves. Our enemies are waiting for us to keel over and die from the diabetes, right? From the diabetes. So we as black men need to make a decision. And Mantis, I'm talking to you right now. You gotta let go of the Popeyes, the Taco Bell. You gotta let go of the Wendy's. You gotta let go of all that stuff, man. You gotta get on this hold up TV thing. I don't eat things that make me happy. I only eat things that keep me alive.
I agree with you. I mean, I'm definitely eating things that make me happy, but I mean, like, food is medicine. Like,
I feel like once you've hit hour 5 of working your day job, you just gotta treat yourself. You know what I mean? Like you're like, I could eat this spinach and this tofu, or over to Wendy's right now, go nuts on a triple, on a day.
And sometimes you don't feel like cooking, like after a long ass shift. I hate cooking after work.
Why? Why do you hate cooking after work, Bex?
What do you mean? Because I'm tired.
Tired from what? What are you tired from?
From work. Work is tiring.
Bex, you're a supervisor. You don't do anything all day long. You supervise.
I'm
people.
like a baby supervisor. Like I'm still working my ass off. Like I am still in there rowing with the other slaves, the other Amazon slaves. And yeah, you know, meal prepping, it sounds like a good idea. And
it works. It works.
I know it works, but I'm just trying to figure out when I have time to do that.
Yo, Shaolin is like, he's like, it's because black men lead unhealthy lifestyles, mentally more so than anything else. Me and my brother are the only males left in our family.
Heavily on the mentally.
It's a good point. It's a good point. It's a good point. So listen, here's the deal, right? Pony, welcome in the place to be.
And I just want to say, yo, Shaolin, you know, rest in peace to your father. He was a great man.
Amen.
You know, and stuff. And that is rough to hear. And it must be a mind trip when you end up becoming the one who's like, now you're the eldest generation.
So real quick, I just wanted to touch base on that. Shaolin, I was not aware of your father passing. If this is a recent event, my deepest condolences go out to you and yours, man. And if it was something that happened in the past, still, deepest condolences go out to you and yours. I do agree with what Shaolin said. We don't treat ourselves well as black males, right? We get into too many things that can diminish our energy and our health. And I think sometimes it helps to have someone just give you the hard truth, which is there are people who are counting on you. There are people who are counting on you to survive. Put the Taco Bell down. But there's some stuff that's genetic, right? There's some things that are genetic and it impacts you negatively, man. Shout out to Phife Dawg, RIP to Phife Dawg, third member of Tribe Called Quest. He obviously had diabetes and he passed from his diabetes. And it's just one of those things you just need to be conscious about. Yeah. You can't mind your black girl business on this one, Bex. You got to get all the way in. Bex, your husband, I picture your future husband being some type of black bishop, right? A man with some long Jerry Curl-esque hair, right? Are you going to let this man eat himself to death? Or are you going to step in there and help him out?
Jerry Curl-esque hair?
Jerry curls. Okay. Forget Jerry Curls. I sent Bex a video from what I think might be the most attractive black family in America. Bex, you saw the video. You know which one I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
The dad in that video. I picture you ending up with a guy like that, Bex.
Oh, okay. But to answer your question, am I gonna let him eat himself to death? Is that what you said?
Yes.
No, because I saw the same thing happen with my father. Like he didn't really start getting health conscious until later on in his life. Yeah, later on in his life, and that was when he joined the Hebrew Israelite community. And that community, they were vegan. Like that specific Hebrew Israelite community was vegan. So that's when he really got like health conscious. And you know, by then, unfortunately, it was too late. So yeah, like I'm not gonna let my man kill himself because I see, like I've seen what happens.
Now, Bex, can I ask you a question? Will you not let him kill himself because you don't want him to get away from you?
Huh?
Like, are you gonna jump in the grave with your man, Bex? Are you the type of woman who loves her man so much at the funeral? Are you jumping in with him?
Why on earth would I do that? I'm still alive, and like the check's in my name. So what do you mean?
Oh my god!
Yeah, Pony's up in the house. Welcome, Pony.
Pony, my man.
Ellen says, "Thank you, brothers." And mental health is abysmal in the black community, especially.
It is. It is. Yes, it definitely is. It definitely is. So speaking of black mental health, right? Let's get into something that, since I got you two blurs up here, it's an old conversation, but it's a goodie, right? I want to talk about Star Wars, right? I know Bex wants to get into some blurred talk, and I would like to take her there. Let's talk about Star Wars, right? Let's talk about the underutilization of black people in Star Wars. Would you agree that that's something that's happening? I know it's a broad question, but I just want to see where you two are at.
Absolutely. I think if you even watch The Force
Tim said, "Well,
Awakens,
time to go."
Oh,
No,
that's Tim.
whatever,
Hi, Tim.
time to go.
no, Tim's gonna get to her own show.
Oh, okay. Enjoy. Happy streaming. If you look at Force Awakens, it is clear from that first episode that Finn's character was supposed to be a Jedi.
Right.
And then when other directors got a hold of him, they were just said, "F it, you a janitor, you a space janitor." Like,
Not a
what
space janitor.
what the F is that, man?
Your thoughts, Bex? Are you up on Star Wars? I don't know if you are a Star Wars fan, if that falls into your nerdom.
I am a Star Wars fan, but I'm not really like up to date on the new shit. Like I'm an old school Star Wars fan.
Okay. But
a lot of people would say that doesn't qualify me being a Star Wars fan, but fuck them.
No, absolutely fuck them.
No, some people might say that makes you a real Star Wars fan. If you say I'm only into the original trilogy, you might get invited to the VIP section.
I've gotten slack because I'm not like really up to date on the new shit.
Okay.
That's
But
good. Sometimes you got. I think there's reaches a point in every franchise where if it goes on too long, someone gets lost.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Someone's like, it's up to episode 10. Okay, I'm out.
Well, that's what I was talking about with the MCU. But I just want to talk to Bex for a second. Bex, Boyega. Do you know who? What's his name? What's the young man's name? Again, Mantis. John Boyega. What's his name?
Yeah, I know who he is.
Okay, Bex. Does he pass your sniff test? Is he attractive? Does he meet the 4? Does he meet the 4?
I think he's attractive. Yeah.
Okay. Now, you think that John Boyega got stuck in a new version of the Billy D role in Star Wars?
You said, do I think he got stuck?
Yes. Do you think they just made him the new Billy D of Star Wars?
I think that's exactly what they did.
Okay. See, now this is what I wanted to land on with both of you fine people here. At what point do you think, as a blurred, the central importance of a character being black is not as important? I know that was a word salad, but do you think the problem is that they put too much emphasis on, hey, we have a black character in the movie. Don't you like this black character we have? As opposed to a black character or a character that has some type of substance. Like, wouldn't you prefer that John Boyega just had been a better written character? Finn, Star Wars?
I do, but I don't know what it is about like these creators when it comes to space and black people, science fiction in general, and black people. It's like, I don't know. It's like they think that it can't coexist. Like they're allergic to it. It's weird to me.
Yeah, it is weird. I agree with you. It is weird. There aren't a lot of great examples of blackness in space. And then
like, what are they so afraid of?
message. They're trying to tell you something like the world we envision.
I know
there's only 2 black people in the Star Trek.
I know this is only one example, but I love the character Father from Raised by Wolves.
Right. Okay.
He's black South African robot android.
Right.
He's the most amazing character. He's like one of the most amazing characters in the show. But once again, that's only one example. I'm lacking other examples of cool black characters in science fiction.
So let me ask the obvious question. I want to hear from the both of you. You're the head of a new franchise coming out, right? First, starting with the first movie. What's the optimal black sci-fi, fantasy, or superhero character you would introduce? Let's start with Mantis.
Are you saying like new, or are you saying what property would
new? New. You're making it. How would you make your black character?
Well, okay, so here's the first thing that I think is the problem, and I think this probably has something to do with like J.J. Abrams or the people who worked on Star Wars, is that this is the funny thing. They're the ones uncomfortable about somebody's blackness. Like John Boyega comes on set and JJ's like, oh my God, there's a black man in space. This is really awkward. What do we do? What do we do with this dude? I don't know what to do. It's a simple solution.
Okay.
Have him just be one of the crew and work and do things like everyone else. It's not like a thing that he's black. Right? I mean,
especially in space, in the future, in a galaxy far, far away, right?
Yeah, it's so weird. It's so weird. You could tell that the writers and the directors of the Star Wars in particular, they felt like it was awkward that a black guy was in the room.
Okay.
And so even Billy D in his day, he stood out, but at least he stood out in a cool way. He was a space pimp, right? Got his gold chains, got his old cape. You know what I'm saying? And so that's cool. That's pretty cool. But John Boyega, they just did not know it. So basically, I would just make him a working, like I would do with females too. I would make them just normal members of the cast and crew with their own stories and origin. Doesn't have to do with their gender or their race. They're just adventuring as well.
Okay. So you would normalize the character. I love that.
Normalize.
I had never thought of that. When I think about the black character I'm going to make in whatever successful franchise is stupid enough to get me involved, I'm going to have him have Newports hanging out of his pocket, right? Afro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Newports.
Oh, you're right. And
Space Newports, like he's
Space Newports.
He'll have some weird thing. I'm like, what is it? And he's like, menthol.
It powers the ship and it powers me, baby. What about you, Bex? What about you?
Okay, say the question again.
All right, so you are the person that is about to roll out a new franchise, nothing that's ever been done before. How would you have your black characters, whether it's fantasy, sci-fi, whatever, nerdum? How would you roll out your black characters?
It has to be something that's never been done before.
Okay, you can pick something that's been done before, Bex. You rebel, whatever you want to do.
I'm just okay. So Sailor Moon practically raised me.
Okay.
So
yeah, that's why I like it.
I'm gonna, before I do like a movie, like I'm gonna start off with the manga first. Like I want a manga, and then I want to base my movie off the manga series.
Okay.
And I want it to be like, of course, the main character, she's gonna be a black girl. She's gonna be me, of course, duh. And she's gonna have like these goddess-like powers. And she has to lead a team of young warriors to defeat like this big ass, unnecessary apocalyptic monster that threatens to like destroy humanity. And yeah, that's what we're doing.
So wait, so it's not going to be a central talking point that your character is black. Like, are you going to work in any type of cultural stuff that they're black, or how? That's what I'm saying. Like for the both of you, at any point,
she's definitely going to be Nigerian for one thing.
What?
She's gonna be Nigerian, goddammit. Don't ask me how, but we're gonna work that in there somewhere, some type of way.
Okay, so she's gonna be a spacefaring Nigerian. Okay.
So I mean, here's what I'm saying. I think if I was seeking to make a point and like discuss race, I certainly would have race be a thing. But I saw a critic, some like hyper leftist critic of the video game Forspoken. You know that game?
Yes.
They were pissed that the main character doesn't deal with racism or fight racism in her fantasy story, where she's flying around controlling the elements.
What?
And he was like, in his article, he was like, she's a black woman and no one addresses it at any time in the game.
Wait, I thought she was Dominican. She's black? Well, Dominicans can't be black.
That's what the reviewer's saying.
Oh, wow.
It's like almost in this fantasy world as if race isn't a thing. And I'm like,
Because
not everyone has to go, holy shit, you're black when you walk in the door. You know what I mean? It's
and
crazy.
This is somebody's creation. This is somebody's fantasy. Why are we doing this in my fantasy? Like,
I agree.
Good point. So Forspoken is a game that I haven't played yet, but I thought it visually looked great. It reminded me a lot of another game that came out on PlayStation, which is, the name is escaping me, but I don't think that was the point, right? The point was not for it to be centralized that she's a black person or a black character in this fantasy world where she's running around doing parkour with magic and fighting magical beings. She's not going to stop in the middle and be like, hey, don't tread on me.
She stops to go to a Black Lives Matter march or something.
Like the dragon that's trying to kill her isn't like, hey, black girl. That's not
We don't allow
organic.
blacks in this tavern.
We don't know what that is. We don't know what it is. All right. Yeah, because the reason I bring that up, man, is as I think about like nerdom and fandom, man, and all these things, I don't know how genuine the conversation is any longer, right? So I just went to go see Ant-Man, obviously, and Kang the Conqueror. Now, originally, I was one of the people that was like, why did they race bend him? But then I thought about it. I was like, well, Kang's one of those characters where I'm like, okay, I see what Mantis is saying. Him being white is not central to the character. He's a futuristic person who apparently has nothing else better to do than
you know what one of the smart things that they did about the race bent that they did?
Yeah, what
is that the first story of Kang was that it's the Fantastic Four. And Reed Richards builds a time machine. He goes back in time, and Kang the Conqueror had gone back in time and become a pharaoh called Rama-Tut.
Yeah.
And he's the pharaoh, but he's a white dude.
Yeah, well,
and so if they're going to show that,
white. I saw the old movies. Egyptians are white.
Oh God!
Now that we're actually using history books to learn about, we're actually using real science to do these movies. It makes more sense if he's going to do that to be a black dude.
Okay.
Wait. So, Kang the Conqueror. I'm not really big on Marvel. You said he wasn't white in the comics, or he was?
He was white in the comics.
He was a white guy.
They made him black for the movies, but
I mean, his name is Kang. Like,
don't even get started with that.
Like one of his gimmicks was that he went back in time and pretended to and replaced one of the pharaohs and became a pharaoh. And in the comic books, it's this white dude with a freaking King Tut like thing. Look, now if you look back at it, you're like, that is from the 60s, and you're like, this is ridiculous.
Absolutely. And I thought Jonathan Majors, again, I thought he was a great pick for this movie. I thought he did a great job. But the reason I asked that is, at no point in this movie do they reference the fact that Jonathan Majors playing Kang is black. He's just a villain. Do you guys think they did a disservice by not referencing his blackness?
Could.
Bex?
No, we see that he's black. Like, we're not blind.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. A supervillain comes down with a giant robot. He's got an evil army and all this shit. He takes off his helmet. He's black. Out of all the things that are going on, would you go, oh shit, he's black?
I probably would. I'd be like, my brother, get him.
I feel like internally, I would have that thought to myself, like, oh shit, it's a black man. But I don't know. I'm not like screaming in the movie theater when I see it.
That would have been funny if you're in this theater and like he comes out and someone goes, "Oh shit, he's black."
But like, I appreciate it.
That would be amazing.
Out of all the things of Ant-Man, I will say the thing I appreciate the most, Grand Rising Kang.
Thanks.
Thing I appreciate the most was Jonathan Majors Kang. He did like a great job in his performance. That was like the one cool thing in that thing. So I'm glad that Jonathan Majors is Kang.
So you do have those. Oh, go ahead, Steve.
No, go ahead, Bex. Go ahead.
No, I was saying like you do have those like weird people who feel funny about like when Hollywood makes the villains black.
Speak on.
But I don't know. I personally like that though. Like I like range. Like I want to see some fucking range. Like I want to see black characters like in every aspect. Like but there are a lot of black people who feel funny about that. Like, oh, why does he have to be the villain? Why do black people always have to be the villain? Like, shut up and just watch the damn movie.
Not making Kang a Hotep was a missed opportunity.
I agree.
Kang standing on the corner like, now listen to me. Broccoli is a man-made invention. Oh my god,
that would be funny if when he finally speaks to Ant-Man, because Ant-Man played by Paul Rudd is like the whitest man alive.
Like, was there Ankh anywhere in this movie? Like,
no.
Credit scene, there's an Ankh.
Oh, the end credit. Yes, there was most.
oh, okay.
There was Hotep. There was Hotep.
And he was the most belligerent one. I want to point that out.
Right.
Belligerent gang there. No, the reason I bring that up, man, is because like sometimes the line gets blurred on what blurs are looking for. See what I did there? Blurred.
That was cute.
That was good.
But what do you think blurs are actually looking for from their entertainment, from comics, from movies? Like, I know we don't all speak with this monolithic voice, but I think the three of us have all just said it made more sense to have Jonathan, like have Majors in the movie playing Kang because he's an amazing actor. I don't want you to insert some black guy in there who sucks, right? Like we were talking about this on Fanboy. I don't want to see the guy from Bridgerton play T'Challa.
No, that would have been horrible.
I love reggae, but no.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I think all the women like him.
Yeah, well, they're sexist. Why they're
not to like? He's fine.
They're not looking at him for his ability. They just they're sexualized.
I'm gonna be real. He's soft and effeminate.
I think
and that's fine for his role in Bridgerton, but that is not Black Panther.
That
Amen.
Black Panther is a man's man.
Why are you? Okay, what makes you say that? Are you saying that because of how he looks, or
I've seen scenes with him. People have been like, "Yo, watch Bridgerton," and I see him looking at the white women all intense.
Okay, but you've only seen him in Bridgerton, though. So I'm just saying, like, you don't think that he could come through if he was put in like a more quote unquote masculine role?
Well, he is in Dungeons and Dragons, and he's got the Terrence Trent D'Arby dreads going on.
Wearing makeup in the movie, man.
So we'll see. He's using a sword, though. Pause. He's using a sword. He's welding extremely.
I do think like period dramas and like fantasy is his lane, though. But I don't know. I haven't seen him in other things.
He's gonna see him saying lines like "Come hither" is his forte. Being Black Panther, a man's man, is not. I would say.
I think you're only seeing that because of how he looks, though. Like, I feel like you need to see him in like another role.
Like, have you seen him in another role?
Ooh.
No.
Okay, because here's what it is. I did see him. He had a very minor role in The Gray Man, but he's a CIA dude, and he's in a suit in an office the whole time. So
he was good in that role. He was.
He was. But I don't see him as Black Panther. Like I said, I see a man's man. I see Idris Elba. I see even Yahya.
I agree with you.
As being Black.
I agree with you.
Yeah. No, I would concur. I think that mostly people didn't want to see a light-skinned guy playing T'Challa in an African continent empire. But
I can understand that.
Can you, Bex? Can you understand that? Can you understand the discrimination against light-skinned people and their plight in wanting to rule an African nation?
I'm sorry, plight? Is there a plight going on?
There's a plight. Yeah, they need to be represented. You don't think the light skins need to be represented?
In Wakanda?
Is this about to be hating on light skin talk?
No. What do you mean?
Well, that part of the cookout always comes, man. Because at some point, everyone turns around and looks at the light skinned guy like, no, we didn't put apples in the goddamn egg salad. Right? So you and Becky can get out of here with that nonsense. All right. So let's get back on track because we're running short. I'm only going to do an hour to get my feet wet back in this.
What? Okay, I feel like we just started.
So,
because I want to talk about Don Lemon at some point.
Oh, what do you want to say about Don Lemon?
Well, you heard what happened, right?
Oh, I do know what happened with Don Lemon. Every once in a while, a clock says the right thing at least twice, and Don Lemon let out some truth. I'll let Mantis roll it out while I go use the bathroom. Mantis, can you tell the folks what that beautiful man did?
So he is normally a rabid leftist on CNN. I don't love what he's about or how he does it. I do love him. I will say this on New Year's because he gets real wasted on New Year's on CNN. Have you seen this, Bex?
I have.
Yeah, and he gets wasted and he gets crazy. And so he was doing a morning show the other day, And they're talking about Nikki Haley. So Nikki Haley, she worked for the Trump administration. She was a secretary of something. I don't remember. She's 51 years old, and she is now declaring that she wants to run for president. She gave this wonderful speech. I thought it was a good speech. I didn't mind it. But one of the things she said is we need to stop all these old people from running for president, because all our last couple of presidents have been in their 70s. All the people who run the political parties are old. Let's end that. And then Don Lemon breaks out, and do you know what he says, Max?
What?
He says, and she's 51. He says she shouldn't be talking about people being old. She's 51. She's not in the prime. And then one of the female anchors goes, "What do you mean she's not in her prime? What's prime?" He says, "A woman in her prime is in her 20s or her 30s." Which starts an argument between them.
I do agree with the old people thing. Like, I do think with like old people need to stop running for president. As far as like women being in their prime, though, I can't imagine like being a 50-year-old woman and wanting to run for president. Like, I'm just trying to question, like, why on earth do you want to do that, ma'am? Like, what? Why do you want to do that?
Well, I think
at 50.
When you become a career politician, that's all you do. Like, that's your life, basically. They have decided for life I'm going to be craving the presidency, I think, ultimately.
I hate that for her, but I mean, if she likes it, I love it.
But
I personally hate that.
Who are we talking about? I'm just coming back.
Well, we're talking about Nikki Haley right now. But so ultimately, Don Lemon was put on suspension, and just the other day, he was officially fired from CNN.
Snap! I didn't know he was fired. Holy smoke!
He got fired it might have been yesterday.
Holy smokes!
Officially for saying that women are in the prime of their life. They're only in their prime in their 20s and 30s.
Oh, well.
And so, should we mourn the loss of a brother? Because he's out of media.
Well, let me ask you this question: is this discrimination against a member of the LGBTQ plus community? Did they tread on Don Lemon for speaking truth, or his truth?
Right.
Wait, who's a member of the community?
So Don Lemon is gay.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, he's gay. He's black, and apparently he's a misogynist.
He's light skin. He checks all the boxes, Bex. He checks every last box there is.
And so, D-Day Cobra, who is also known as Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers,
right?
He put up a video the other day that he was like, "Why is he fired from this but not this other shit?" And they played something that he said probably like a decade ago.
Oh, about black people pulling their pants up and that type of stuff.
Yes, yeah. And he's like, "Here's 5 things that the black community needs to do." And he's like, "Number 1, pull your pants up."
Right.
Number 2, stop worshiping drug dealers. And he sounded like an old man. Like an old crotchety man being like,
Don Lemon went in that day. He was definitely the uncle that was like, "Listen to me. You listen right now. You take those Timberlands on. You put on some Dockers.
Yeah, pull your pants."
So if another man would have said what Haley said, would he question the whole prime thing? Like, do you think he would have bought that up as well?
I feel you. If a 51-year-old man had said it, if like Pete Buttigieg or something had said it, like a younger man, right? He might have agreed. He might have not have mentioned primes, right?
Yeah.
Is there?
I feel like that argument is only applied when it comes to women, like your past, your prime, and things like that.
He brought it up in response to her statement about the competency of older candidates and older people who hold positions of power in this country. And he was like, "Well, I don't know. I think this is a dangerous conversation to have." That was literally his response.
I think she kind of set herself up for that one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But again, Don Lemon jumped out the window, and that seemed to be his new position in this new CNN. In case for the listening audience, you don't know, CNN has been rebranding itself, right? They're trying to go more middle of the road, Bex, and they're like, we want to represent a more, everyone joined the conversation.
Is that why they stopped the drinking? Like on
No, they stopped the drinking because they play haters, man. And I'm
on
glad
New Year's Eve.
while they were not keeping it real, Mantis kept it all the way real on his New Year's.
He
Right.
really did.
Whereas this producer, I was like, "You're killing me, Mantis! Stop!"
And you know what else is coming up? You know what's coming out up?
What?
March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. I'm gonna have my third annual all-day stream, 12 hours of the Mantis.
Folks,
What day is that on? I need to make sure I'm available.
I gotta make sure I'm off for work, man, because it was a blast last year. I had such a great time. Yo, you didn't get
Okay, that's
controversial into like the last hour. In Mantis Bex, he had all the negative energy in him. He was like, you took your last sip of beer, looked into the camera, and I was like, oh shit, he's about to go off.
Shaolin, look at his comment. For starters, he had the Apple ones, but last year's St. Patrick's team was effing lit. Yes, it was.
It was a good time. It was a good time.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it this year. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But Don Lemon, man, I don't know if I should mourn him because he's a black media personality kicked out of his situation, which I think might be unfair. And here's what I'm saying.
Okay, go ahead.
He probably shouldn't have said that comment about women. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's that destructive a comment. It's not like he was like racist or belittling it. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like a
wait. You got to dissect that. Should he have not said it because it was morally reprehensible, or should he have not said it because it was politically a way to destroy his career? Because those are two different things, right?
She set herself up for the comment, and I feel like he knew what was going to come with what he said. But he, like you said, he's on his I don't give a fuck energy right now. So he just said it. He said it. So, and these are the consequences.
Y'all fired my boo, Chris Cuomo. I'm jumping out the window.
But I believe that he fully knew like what was going to come after the fact. He knew.
So I'll tell you this.
100%.
So when I was on the app that will not be named, I was told at the beginning not to let anyone know my age.
Oh, really?
Yes, my producer said that, and I was like, what? He's like, they're all young. They will hate you. He's like, if anyone asks, you don't answer that question. You avoid it like plague. And I said, okay. And you know what I did for that entire year that I worked at Spoon? I did my best to try to avoid that conversation.
Don't name the app, but you name the app.
Right. But I'm saying you're right. If I can avoid saying it, Nikki Haley should have known not to bring it up. Age at all. Right?
Oh, yeah. I agree. I agree with that.
When you're old, you shouldn't bring up age.
Especially if we look like she does. She definitely looked like a gym teacher that had overstayed her welcome.
You know, Republicans don't age well. That's the problem.
It's all that conservative rhetoric boiling up in their veins.
Boils through skin or something. But Republican women look amazing when they're younger. And, around 35.
God, why is that true, though? Why is that a thing? That's really a thing.
Isn't that weird? Democrats are drinking baby's blood, so they have like vampire youth.
It's just very strange. Hold on for a second. I just gotta. So I want to move on to the next topic before we wrap, man. But it's only because this one's for Bex, right? There's a real community. I don't know if you know this, Mantis. There's a real community out there called the Princess Community. I didn't believe
Princess Core. The Princess Core community.
I didn't believe it when she told me this, but you need to check this out. So I'm going to play a video from a woman who's a part of the Princess Core community. And we're going to look through some of her other videos, but let's just check this out for a second.
A strong black woman. I am a very weak black woman. Black women, join me as we enter into our damsel in distress era. Thank you. I am the fuck was that? I am a very weak black woman. Black women, join me as we enter into our damsel in distress era. Thank you.
Mantis, your initial thoughts seeing that?
We support it.
What the hell is
that? We fucking support it.
It's like you fucked around and found out, and now you're dealing with the consequences of your actions. Better luck next time.
What the? Who is this chick? She looks like a robot. Is she a robot?
No, she's a real person. She's real. She's real.
Put another one over things.
Hold on.
I'm awfully sorry. I didn't mean to frighten you.
It's the guy from
Oh,
Richie.
it wasn't that. It's just that you're
A stranger?
mhm.
But don't you remember? We've met before.
we have.
Well, of course. You said so yourself. Once upon a dream. I'm awfully sorry.
What am I watching? I like. You want me to comment on social? I don't even know what's happening. Right
Okay, Mantis, have you heard of like cottagecore and stuff?
now. I know cottagecore. Yeah.
Okay, this is princess core, specifically black princess core.
So there's black princess core. So like these girls just like fetishize being a fairy princess. They're not
Ah.
cosplayers. They just
That was an accurate description. I have no rebuttal.
So she wants to be a fairy princess.
Yes.
Well,
mean,
for the most part, yes, she is a fairy princess.
I mean, she is. She's very pretty. Very pretty, but she wants to.
My baggage here. Leave it here.
Excuse me.
What? Do you speak English?
Yeah, I need some help.
Oh, do I need some help? My girlfriend is off chasing another porter because he took her bags and left.
Yeah, well, they'll do that. You want to wait for a year, is that it?
Yes, please. Can you explain to him that I want to leave my
Mademoiselle.
All right. Yeah. So that's enough of that. But so I just want to hear your thoughts on the initial video I played for you, Mantis, and I feel like we take you to the darkest parts of the internet that you didn't know existed.
This is like the visual version of Reddit. You know, when you go to Reddit, you finally got on a thread that you're like, oh god, I wish I hadn't started reading this.
Right.
This is bizarre. The internet is weird. Does she have weird pronouns? Does she have princess pronouns?
No.
No.
She's very traditional. She's, in fact, I'm almost thinking that Kevin Samuels grew this woman in a tube.
Why? No. Okay. Why are we bringing him into this?
Wait,
Well, because this is not just a black woman's show. It's 3 black people.
Okay. Okay. So let me break down what Princess Core, specifically Black Princess Core. So during like the whole pandemic, like cottagecore was everywhere. Like the whole aesthetic of like the milkmaid dresses and the baked goods sitting in the window and the meadows and frolicking and all that shit or whatever.
Frolicking, black
And it
people.
was everywhere on TikTok. And you know, they have like different, you know, branches of it. You have royal core and you have princess core and all those things. But you would only see white women. You would only see white women, you know, with the baked goods and frolicking through the meadows and shit. And that's when Black Princess Core was born. Like, motherfucker, we frolic too. Like, I want to frolic. Like, like we like to bake. We like to frolic. I like dressing up in princess dresses. I've always been a princess.
Black people frolicking in a field was like the funnest internet thing in years for me.
I felt like it was bad for the community. We don't frolic, right? We've never had that privilege of frolicking. If we ever frolic, there was always someone with a whip right behind us, like, stop that dumb shit, get back.
But you do realize that like the point is they're saying that like true, we never frolic before, but now we're in a free America for free. We can frolic if we want.
What this is basically for me, like I've always been drawn to like the ultra feminine like presentation, but I rarely saw women who looked like me in the media. So this is my shit. Like this is it for me.
You don't. Go ahead, Bandus. Go ahead.
No, you go on because I have so many questions.
No,
what are your questions?
So like, do you like want to live in a castle or whatever? Do you like talk to birds?
Mantis, I would love to live in a fucking castle. Is that even a question?
Oh my god, this is basically Bridgerton. This is real life Bridgerton.
Oh, good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Victorian-esque elements where they were not welcome previously. I can dig that.
Oh wow. Okay, that's actually pretty cool.
Well, now, Bex, let me ask you a question in regards to the young lady's content, because she's got many different types of reels, right? She does some fashion stuff, she does some makeup stuff. But there seems to be a social agenda she's pushing. There's one video I was trying to find where she's like, no, I'm not changing my own tire. You're changing my tire. I'm not opening my door. You're opening my door.
Yeah, what's your point?
I have no problem with that.
I'm in love. I just fell in love with this girl. You just
that's because you guys are masculine men. You're masculine men, and the masculine will always be drawn to and balance out the feminine. Like that's it.
This is Bex's last day on the internet. Bex, it's been nice knowing you.
No, but that's common knowledge. Like, I don't understand why people want to ignore that. The masculine will always be attracted to and balance out the feminine. Like, there's no other way around that.
I'm gonna get canceled for this, but what the fuck? It is the natural order of things.
100%.
Right? Yeah, that is the natural order of things. Yes, it's sun, moon, night, day, man, woman. Boom.
And I agree with her. We are in our damsel in distress era. I want to be peaceful, and you can change that tire. Why would I do that? I don't want to do that. Go ahead and you do that.
She doesn't. For me personally, a woman doesn't have to wear a corset, right? And she doesn't always have to put makeup on. I understand
that's just for the aesthetic.
I get that, and she doesn't have to look amazing when I come home from work. But there are little things that lend themselves to these principles. It's like you come home from work and she's just like, how are you? Right? I don't care what she physically looks like at that point. I know what my wife has dealt with while I'm at work. She's dealt with these 3 psychopaths. She looks like she's gone through war. But if she's willing to ask me how I'm doing, I think it lends to that entire conversation.
And we were talking about this the other night on Pillow Talk, how feminine privilege will always outweigh pretty privilege.
Oh, damn. You're really trying to get canceled, Bex. What the fuck?
I don't give a fuck.
That's the way to do it, girl. You shouldn't give a fuck.
You're trying to get canceled. You called her a girl. You're both trying to get canceled. Here on the Real TV, I recognize no genders, no binary codes. You're all human meat popsicles.
Oh, it's just like you're a milk producing person. You're a baby machine. Yo, I'm having some deep rooted psychological stuff right now. So what it is I've been accused of being that they're like, oh, you don't like black girls. I have dated black girls. I've dated black girls.
Speak on it, man. Just speak on it.
And so what it is like people are like, well, what don't you really like about black girls? It's not black girls. What it is, it's hood chicks.
Hold your filthy fucking mouth. We gotta protect these hood chicks, man. The Glorrillas.
You know what it is? Because you have to be really tough to be a hood chick, and they tend to not be into the feminine role.
Right.
They want you're like, can I help you pick that up? They're like, I got this, motherfucker. And I was like, I don't want to be with a woman who's got this. I want to say thank you for helping me. That's the type of chick I want.
Tim, welcome back.
This is channeling this.
Welcome back.
Girl's number. 18. What up?
Yo, here's the thing, right? And Bex, I want to hear your input on this. So I've dealt with a lot of hood chicks in my life, and they've always Mantis. They've always reversed to the feminine. They were tough in the streets, but when it was just us,
because that's your natural default as a woman. We're women. That is our default.
I just feel like they're always trying to challenge me, and like
I do think that there is a feminine and a masculine within all of us, but as women, that is our natural default.
Wait, did you say there's no feminine in me?
There's no such thing as feminine or masculine. There's only popsicles, Bex. What the fuck?
No, I'm saying that she's trying to say that there's feminine in men. There's in every man. Maybe the men you fuck with. Not this guy.
Mantis, you do enjoy French movies in black and white.
Yeah, that's not feminine. That's art.
That is feminine, Mantis. Art is feminine. Art is feminine. Yes, everything has a masculine and a feminine. Like, and it's okay. Like, that's not a bad thing.
Okay. Tim says, and Tim, this is one of my favorite PFPs of you. Tim's dressed up as the Nun. I don't like hood chicks either. My ex played so hard, but was really such a punk deep down. Yeah, most hoodies are.
So you got to get up. You basically got to get up. You got to find their sensitive. That's what it is. It's a game to find their sensitive side.
I just want to throw this out, man. I'm such a genius, right? That I'm willing to put on this show because I knew that the show that we're trying to build together, this blurred talk show, it's going to be amazing. So I'll take time for you two to tell me how right I am. Right now.
I think you're right. And honestly, you know what? You realize what this is? There's a word for this in the business. This is a backdoor pilot.
It is a backdoor pilot.
It is a backdoor pilot.
Pause. Pause. Hard pause. Bex, how do you feel? Have you had fun on this unnamed blurred show?
I always have fun, but was this your idea? I could have sworn that I had suggested to do a show.
Here we go.
With
The black woman getting out of pocket. No, Bex, don't make me pull up the message. You didn't suggest the show. You suggested coming on Fanboy, and I was like, "Yo, Mantis."
That's what I'm saying.
How would you feel about doing a blurred show?
So, do I get some credit for like planting that seed in your mind?
You didn't plant nothing in my fucking mind. I am a fucking Egyptian god.
What? Nigga, fuck you. I planted that seed. Whatever. Like, where's my credit? Like, thank you, Bex.
Timmy says give her credit.
Never.
See, and that's that toxic masculinity that we're talking about. That's what that is.
Nothing toxic about it. It's I opened your door and I put your ass in the car, woman. We're going to fucking
on one hand, it's like, what does it matter who thought it up? We can all work together. But on the other hand, if it's successful, you're all gonna be suing each other.
It honestly doesn't matter, but he's like, give me credit. Like, no, fuck you for your credit.
With your light skinned nigga energy right now, right? I'm here to defend the Brown brothers.
Oh my god.
All right, so we're at 106. I hope you guys had a great time tonight. This was an inaugural episode returning back to Conversations That Matter. Thank you so much, you two, for being willing to co-pilot this with me tonight. Did you have fun?
I had a blast. I always have a blast when I'm on Conversations That Matter. Just in general, like I said, this is a staple of the streaming community, and I hope to see many more episodes of this on the regular. I know it's hard. No pressure, but
pause.
What was the pause statement?
Hard. It's hard.
Oh, all right. No, I'm hard. That's what's paused out.
No pause. Press play.
Shaolin says dark skin stand up.
Exactly. Shaolin is with me right now.
Yo, you know who else is one of my light skinned brothers? YOLO.
Really?
Oh, he's
YOLO.
Oh my god, he's always making.
Oh, that's right. He's the light skinned panda. I just got that. Boom. Shut below YOLO. Bex, Rebecca, did you have fun tonight?
Yeah, I always have fun. I am the fun.
Yeah, you were a blast. And so,
taking credit for everything.
Why does that like seethe? Like, I don't understand. Like, you're just seething over there. I don't understand it. But you, a couple of seconds ago, were like, give me credit, Bex and Mantis. Like, what is your issue?
Something dogs.
in the streaming world, I don't need credit for the wonderful things I do. I'm just
here this motherfucker goes, Mr. Altruistic. Don't let him fool you, ladies. Mantis is definitely gonna be like, bitch, I'm not opening your car door. Did you pay?
No, basically, warning for any woman who ends up dating me: if I start letting you pay for things, you're not long for this world.
It's over. It's over.
I've calculated that I'm like, I should get some sort of return on investment. She can pay for a couple meals. We'll do kinky shit. By the end of the week, it's over.
Real quick, before we wrap,
that's unfortunate.
I want to hear from the audience, listening or live or otherwise, what you think the name of the show should be. So we haven't figured out what we're going to name it. We haven't figured out a date for it. We're all three of us are very busy with our lives and normal streaming schedules. But you got three blurs here.
I wanna interject though. It cannot be Blurred Herd.
Motherfucker, we know it can't be Blurred Herd.
Okay,
Shut up. I know that.
I don't know if the viewer knows this.
Is that
No.
somebody's? Is that because that's already somebody's name, or
that's
that
the name
just
I
sounds
came up with for
very
some shit.
uncomfortable?
Other
No,
shit.
what it is we used to collectively watch like a movie together and talk about it.
Blurred
and-
Herd is still a thing. It's
and
real,
it was called the Blurred Herd,
right?
and
Oh,
so
okay.
it's technically already a thing.
I don't like that, but okay.
You are definitely invited on next time we do a Blurred Herd watch along.
Oh, look what Tim said.
I
I don't know. I mean, like the 3 kind of looks like a B, and I don't know. It's cute aesthetically.
I like that, Tim. I like that. I like that.
Like aesthetic wise, I like it.
I like it. I gotta admit, looking at this young lady in the damsel in distress outfit,
Mm-hmm.
I could see how someone could be drawn to someone like her.
Yes,
Wait.
and plus it's fun. Like, why would you not want to dress?
Oh
up
no,
like
I
a
like her
princess?
style. I like everything about her style. It was
That's
just
you're a
shocking.
pervert. You're a pervert in the show.
Me?
Yes, you.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But yo,
it checks out. It checks out.
yo, you don't think that like we can't call? I shouldn't say this on YouTube.
Say it on YouTube. No one comes to my
Dark
channel.
skin, a light skin, and a Jew could be the name of our show.
Who's the Jew? Which
Well,
one?
because she learned from the Israelites. So like,
Oh my God, you're the worst person. You are literally the devil on the internet.
no, that's what I'm saying. People will tune in and they'll be like, "Wait, who's the Jew?" And we're like, "Who's the Jew?" Weren't expecting that, were you?
You racist motherfucker. Oh, Tim says 2 blacks and 1 light. That's amazing.
No, Shaolin says words of a feather. Public is here, public friend. What up?
I like it. I like it. Yo, guys, human beings. I'm a genius. I orchestrated this entire thing. I hope you had a great time tonight. I hope you
It's a good episode. Calm down, bro.
I'm amazing. It's fucking amazing. I am the Ike Turner. Wait, I'm not the Ike Turner. I am the R. Kelly. Wait, my bad. I'm the Sean Puffy Combs. Hold the fuck up. My bad.
You were kind of giving like Joe Jackson vibes earlier. You're like, Bex, you need to be ready to stream at all times.
Yes, he's gonna be forced to dance and play piano at all hours. He's like,
And you know what Bex said when I went, you know what she said when I went to Joe Jackson? She was like, okay, I'll be ready. Because people respond to Joe Jackson energy. That's what they respond to. Michael Jackson was great because there was a Joe Jackson.
And abuse was involved. Like,
no, there was no abuse. It was motivation.
Right, okay. With a
again,
belt.
Once again, the brilliant show Atlanta has an episode that covers this.
Would you stop preaching your false gospel of Atlanta?
That show is so amazing. Darius goes to he meets on eBay. He goes to pick up a piano, a grand piano. When he gets there, the guy in there is Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah, I remember that episode.
Wait, can you look at Tim's recommendation right there? Princess and Tim.
Bumsers.
Is that like a New England term? What is that?
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely.
I started
amazing.
watching Atlanta. Yo, public, you're gonna love it. It
Yeah,
gets
love it.
even crazier and weirder, but they have an episode that covers pretty much everything. But yo, when they meet the Michael Jackson who's in hiding, he's the one who's selling the piano. He's in a mansion by himself, and he starts talking about the abuse that his father like put him through. He's like, night and day, my father used to make me dance and sing, but he was just trying to make a good performer out of me. And he's like, yeah, it's like,
it's true. Wait, you know the one thing we didn't talk about tonight, maybe we can talk about next Tuesday. Wait, it is Tuesday, right? R. Kelly and Aaliyah's alleged daughter. Are you two up to speed on this?
No.
Oh no.
You guys aren't. I spend way too much time in Black TikTok, Black Instagram, and Black YouTube and Twitter. I can't believe you guys are up to speed on this. Young lady came out, said she is the secret that R. Kelly and Aaliyah were keeping. Claims to be the daughter of R. Kelly and Aaliyah.
This is like Anastasia or whatever from Russian fables. Pretend to be a princess. I'm the lost princess of Russia. Yeah, right.
When did she like?
This is the
I don't
princess
believe
of R&B. Like, come on.
I don't believe that. When did she get pregnant? When did she have the baby? Like,
listen. Dame Dash has confirmed not a child, but that some things. Maybe we can talk about that next Tuesday. But shout out to the Fat Mantis and the Princess Bex. Did y'all have fun?
Thank you for having me, brother. I had so much fun.
Yes, Steve. We had fun for the third time. We had fun, Steve.
All right, let me mute Bex's mic.
And we all have you to thank.
Yeah, you do have me to thank. Oh,
yes.
Wait,
thank you, Steve.
Yo, look what Helen says. No way she's Aaliyah's daughter looking like Goldar.
Yes, Shallon's seen the video. He knows exactly who I'm talking about.
For those who don't know, Goldar is the ape panther creature from Power Rangers monster that was Rita Repulsa's right-hand man.
I have to see her.
I'm like, a part of me is so interested in finding it. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, share it with everyone. I need to share this.
Let me see. Oh wait. I'm sorry. Let's just look at one more video. Copyrighted. Let's see if we can find it. YouTube.
Wait, so a dark skin, a light skin, and a Jew is not the title.
It's not the title.
Just checking.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to find anything with just her talking, but let me see.
I'm not Cuddy gang. Okay, y'all.
Not this woman. This woman is not Aaliyah's daughter.
I am the biological daughter of Aaliyah Houghton and Robert Kelly.
Man, this shit did fucks up my mind.
Tell my truth and also tell my mother's truth, because I feel like it's time and it's needed. I feel that I went through so many things as far as keeping this identity and then living with different family members that was there to, the energy. You guys know how it can get. And I just want the world to know that the best part of me, and I am of my mother, Aaliyah Houghton.
Okay, it's a no for me.
There's no way. She doesn't look like either of them.
As far as when I was younger, because of who my father was and what he did to her, and also many other little girls around the world, but other little girls.
Okay, how old is she?
I was aware of.
You're right. I think she's way older than. Play it off.
As far as my dad, I don't want to call him a dad because he wasn't there. When his trial happened, he abandoned me.
Who raised her?
To take care of me, and especially after my mom died. I'll go into further details. I just want the world to know that she is my mother, and I don't really want people to know he's my dad, but unfortunately, he's a part of half of me being here. And
okay, I thought we were ending the stream, but there we go. There we go.
And that's what I'm saying. Like who raised her? Like was she with the parents?
Where was she? Like, what is going on?
She said she hopped from family member to family member with her lying ass.
Public friend says, "You guys, I'm actually Selena's long lost child."
I believe it.
No, Pubs, you better cash in on that. You better let the internet know.
Pubs, if you tell me you're a dragon slayer from the fourth dimension, I believe you. It's 2023. You are who you say you are. Why are you guys so quick to dismiss this young lady?
You're playing devil's advocate. There's no way you believe that.
Well, I'm just saying, it's because she's a dark.
Look like either of them.
Is it
no, she doesn't even look like R. Kelly.
She doesn't look like them or a combination of them. You know,
anything Henny, not anything, but anything, as Tim says, is amazing.
And this is true. Genetics are weird, but no, like, why is she lying like that? Those people are not her parents.
Why are you lying like that? Why are you hating like that, Bex?
Okay, if those people are her parents, then can we collectively come together as a community and say that those are Michael Jackson's kids, if that's the case?
Whoa. But that's been proven by DNA. Those white children are his children. I don't know what you want people to do, Bex.
Guys, I have something to tell you.
Oh, boy. You got kids? We need to know.
Secretly Pitbull and Mariah Carey style.
Did you say Pitbull?
Pitbull and Mariah Carey. Yeah. Those are my folks. No, they hid me. They hid me because I didn't have musical talent like them. I couldn't sing Christmas songs like my mama.
Like my mama.
Yo, maybe I need to start a TikTok like this. Like it's a whole channel dedicated to me telling stories.
They hate me. Oh. The pony says time to dig up Aaliyah. Yo, the crazy thing is y'all would be okay if she said she was R. Kelly's daughter. But the minute she said Aaliyah, everyone's beautiful, light-skinned fantasy. You're like, oh, hell no, she ain't
I'm
that
just
beautiful.
trying, like, this girl was always on the freaking TV screens. Like, when was she pregnant?
You don't know, Bex. Well, she could.
It has nothing to do with her being light-skinned. Like, when was she pregnant?
She could have been pregnant in between, you know, that movie with Jet Li and fucking making Queen of the Dam. You don't know.
But
Bex.
she wasn't with R. Kelly then.
You don't know, Bex. You don't know. Dame Dash says that she wasn't. You don't know.
But here's the thing
And
about
Dame Dash is a lying ass motherfucker too. But go ahead.
Here's the thing about genetics. Your features are not a combination of your parents. You either get your parents' particular thing or not. So, for instance, you have your nose will look like one of your parents' nose. Your eyes will look like one of your parents' eyes. Whatever going on that. There is no way any permutation that she looks like either of them.
Wait, let me ask you guys a question. Do you have at least 20 more minutes left in you? Because I usually end shows. Okay, go ahead. Continue talking about Aaliyah and R. Kelly's love child, which you two racist motherfuckers do not. Go ahead.
Public says, did you hear about the guy who says he's the reincarnation of Hitler? Yo, Tavoni says time to dig up Aaliyah. I think a lot of people think they're the reincarnation of Hitler, right?
No, I don't think anyone thinks.
Like, why would you? What does that do for you? Like,
I don't know why anyone pretends they're anything. You know, I saw an episode of Dr. Phil where a kid claims he was a cyborg. He was like, I was abducted from my mom and dad and turned into a cyborg, and my mother and father don't know it. And he's an adult male. Like, you know, he's in his 20s.
You know what this all boils down to, Mantis? You don't think anything's Star Trek except for what you declare is Star Trek. Picard is real Star Trek. That's real Star Trek.
Not Star Trek. Don't even.
Yes, it is.
Don't test me tonight, motherfucker. Picard is non-canonical. Discovery is non-canonical.
Hold on.
He shut right up.
No. I was looking for my shit. I'm looking for my shit. Hold on for a second. All right, I'm gonna play some diss tracks for you guys right now. You're both hip hop enthusiasts, right? I'm not gonna give any context.
Well, because if I thought I was the reincarnation of Hitler, I would keep it to myself. Yeah,
I would keep that shit to myself too, public, for real.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what does that do for you?
All right. Let's listen to some internet diss tracks, blurred style. You tell me if it's good or not. All right, you ready?
Here we go, guys.
No jumper killer. Woo! Adam 22 killer.
We got Lush in the booth today.
Josh, I know you ain't trying to fuck with me.
Oh shit.
Y'all push me too far. That's just a warning shot. Being hella nice and docile since I got here. Kinda ironic, my reign started with God's here. Let the record reflect like a mirror that's not clear. Feel like Kazumi 22 been screwing me all year. I'ma set this off like the Punsegator. Lush is greater. Love that neighbor.
Nah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
See them move, they want me to lose. Grown man so threatened, save the whole factions for Gina views.
Just like as amateur as it gets, rapping over a famous beat.
I got fangs. How you biting more than I do? I know you crippin' now. I'm out for blood like Nosferatu. Sus ain't hate in the studio. He moody, bro, and switched on the live just to play me like I'm goofy. No, acting like a Lies boy, no Rufio. I love you, nephew, fam. Damn, that's how you do me though.
Nah.
You want to try to help me grow? Treating me uglier than
Next.
I love for you, T-Rail. I fuck with Smack. I used to be a junkie word to Ezel. I piss rail up like a bed bench.
Wait, are you saying this man's bars are not up to par?
No, they're not. That's his name, Lush.
Yes.
I can't take you seriously with a name like Lush.
Yeah, it's oh man, it's so cringe, man.
Lush isn't giving hip hop, but okay.
Okay. Here we go.
Who this?
The truth is in the detail. He had you in the room.
All right, here we go.
I didn't want to do this to you, Lush, but you asked for it.
Oh,
It's Buddha Beats. And after this, I don't want to hear nobody no jumper rapping again. Look, now how should I start it with this cocaine bot? His whole body got destroyed from that cocaine rock. Shadow people, them is cocaine ops. Mentally, he can't handle the podcast. Go take a Cobain shot. But I can't talk much, because I used to be an outkie. And really from my section, you can't say nothing about me. I don't know why no jumper in the Reddit ever doubt me, because you was the one that used to work for David Alki. When I took the stand like a bitch, you a snitch.
Definitely better.
You could pay a little rent, break pride from all the drugs. You was feeding from the big. Alki had you in the room. You was writing right shit, truth. But he had kind to give you a damn dollar. Ain't dropped in 4 years, still bookings his top dollar. You mangy like a mutt, got teeth like a Rottweiler. That's probably why Alki put a draw on that shot collar. Truth, didn't want to do it, had to hit you with that op blow. Ain't your ass Italian, why you want to be a bot though? Acting like you gangster, little Nicky, you was not though. Turn down the bay with my nigga Poetic Flacco. North Dakota homies.
Oh wow.
Was from Philly, $1 million worth of game. Shout out to Gilly, bro. Chains looking cheap, and your wardrobe from Tilly's. I slap you, talk about my bitch. I'm Big Willie, get it? That boy crazy on that meth that made him cuckoo. Black no jumper, wish your skin was like a yoo-hoo.
Okay, so
upgrade your Zuzu.
Go ahead.
In terms of contracts, like for instance, I would not give this guy an album, but I would definitely feature him on someone else's album.
100%. Like in regards to response, and this is all friendly beef right here, but Beck, what are your thoughts on the bars, Bex?
Was that first guy white?
Doesn't matter, Bex, you racist. It does not matter.
Racism.
No. It's not a white or black thing. It's not a white or black thing. I'm just curious. Like, was he white?
Yeah, I believe he's
Is Lush
Italian.
white?
Yeah, I think with a name like Lush, he is.
He's Italian.
Okay. Yeah, not because he's white. I was just curious, but it's a no for me for Lush. But
racism.
Yo, look
but
at
with this guy, yes, like he came out with the punchlines right off the bat. His flow was really nice. The energy is there. Lush didn't give us any of that. Like rap isn't just about rhyming words. Like there's other things that comes with it. And this
actually,
guy,
as public points out, he has
Bex means
zero
that because she's not into dark skinned niggas at all. Right? She
oh
means
wow. Okay,
Damn,
that's not true, but okay.
Blowing up spots. Public says he had no gumption, referring to Lush. I agree with that.
Yes, no. It was very stale and unmelodic. I think so. I had a good time.
Stale.
I had a good time tonight. This is like the prototype for what we're going to be doing. Like this blurred shit. It's going to be belligerent. Bex, did you have fun?
He keeps asking me this, and I keep saying yes. Like, how many times do I have to say yes?
Well, the fourth time it's legally binding. It's
you know why this is happening? You know why he's doing this, Bex?
Why?
Because you probably gave him the idea that you don't want to do this.
Oh shit, son!
And it's cool.
Okay.
I understand I'm a light-skinned motherfucker. You don't want to stream with a light-skinned motherfucker.
That had nothing to do with it. But Steve knows why I said what I said. So
you ask why I have so many white friends? It's because I'm outcast. My own people throw me in the garbage.
Child, I don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
You ready for Pitch Black? Yo, good time, man. I hope you had a good time tonight. We can get out of here. The drinks are moving between these two. They're clearly inebriated.
How do you know?
I had a long
Oh,
day.
I know when you two have been drinking. I always know.
I'm gonna admit it. I've been drinking from the start of the podcast.
How do you know? Like, I don't sound drunk or anything.
I know when you two are drinking, especially when I have to be sober and I'm sitting here drinking fucking Earl Grey tea. I know when you two are drunk.
That is
The most
some beta
boringest of the teas. Like, that's such a boring
You
tea.
said Earl Grey tea. That's some Ray J. Jean.
You leave my Bridgerton man out of this.
He drinks Earl Grey at night. He drinks Earl Grey.
So boring. All right. At any rate, it's your boy Steve. Real name, no gimmicks. I did not know my sister Tim was going live tonight. I looked at my IG. Tim, I need your stream schedule. I want to say that here live on this platform. I need your stream schedule so I never stream over your fine ass again. I want to thank the beautiful Bex for coming up here. Bex, I appreciate you for showing up. I know how hard your day is. Got a lot of shit going on Thursday nights.
I thought she's a supervisor who just sits on her ass all day. Is that what you're saying?
Listen. Hold on. Hold on. I just got into this like leadership position. I'm like some junior like leadership type thing. Like I'm not even like a full-fledged supervisor. So I'm still putting in work, okay?
Oh boy.
I don't sit on my ass all day.
Hold that.
I mean, I would like to sit on my ass all day, but I don't. Tim said,
so
like,
she
who
told
is Earl and why is he gray?
Earl? I won't have you out disrespecting the English like that. But at any rate,
I just want you guys to think about a dark skin, a light skin, and a Jew as the title of our podcast.
We can't do that.
I think it's funny.
An audio only podcast. It would literally have to be an audio. Folks, make sure you hit us all up on our IGs. Let us know. The poll is going in. We want to know what you want to name the show. It's the Fat Mantis, Princess Bex, and your boy Steve. Real name, no gimmicks. So
Thank
great
you for having me, Steve. I had a great time.
I had a great time tonight as well. Bex is the Jew, apparently. Bex is the Jew. Mantis is ready to step into the arena with the Hebrew Israelites. I want to warn you, Mantis. I've been in the arena with these fools for a while. It's not easy.
It's not. It won't be easy. But they're after my blood anyway because I'm a light skin, so I have to.
Yeah, Umar. No, Umar is after your blood, not them. Umar is after your blood. Thursday nights, 10 p.m. Pillow Talk. Wednesday nights, Rogue Planet, 9 p.m., maybe 8 p.m., depending on work schedule. Make sure you check them both out. This is your boy Steve, real name, no gimmicks, hitting you with the old school outro.
This is sexy. I like it.
I hope you had a good night. Go do something. We're going to talk amongst ourselves. They're going to criticize me for manipulating them and maneuvering them against their will. But that's what I do. Public friend, we miss you. So good to see you, Public. So good to see
I
you.
appreciate a good manipulation.
Birds of a feather, says Shallon.
Oh, shit. I like that.
Birds of a feather. I love it. I love it. But yo, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Remember to tune into all our Twitch, YouTube endeavors. Streaming is still happening. Remember, the Fat Mantis hitting you up on St. Patrick's Day, another 12-hour stream. And no, I'm not going to be sober after the first. It's a good time. I promise to embarrass myself. I will do things for bits. It's like a live OnlyFans. So there you go.
Call it 3 blurred mice. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I love it.
Peace out.
Peace.